great crowd here today, a crowd of about 8,000 people. There's been many Scottish accents around the ground, and the revelry started round about an hour ago. There we see Billy Munro, the Auckland referee that will handle this game, with his two officials, Ken Wallace on the left of your screen and Roger Wilmot on the right, leading the two teams out onto the field of play. Down the line-up, there's Walker and Grant Turner passing the screen. There's Harris. Big day for the young boy from Wellington. Steve Woodin. And there's Garland. Garland's been switched to right fullback today. He was operating as sweeper throughout the Olympic preliminary games, but he's been moved back by manager Alan Jones to the right fullback position. And Kenny Creswell there wearing number 3. He'll drop into the left fullback position. A position I know that Alan Jones and particularly Kevin Fallon, following the World Cup, felt this was the job for the Gisborne City player. New Zealand team there in full. There we see Garland wearing number 6 coming in at right full-back. Mackay has been switched, number 7 there. He's been switched to the left-hand side of midfield. With the two big names there, Walker and Woodin, who are going to operate up front. Much better balanced side that New Zealand have had really over the last 2 years. A very good side indeed, and a side that has been selected to go forward and start to score goals. Glasgow Rangers, well, they make a return to New Zealand. The last visit was in 1975, and the only remaining player from that team is Peter McCloy, the goalkeeper. And I think the man to watch this afternoon is going to be Cooper. David Cooper just played 3 weeks ago for Scotland against England, and he's been flown out to Australia to join the side following that game. Very exciting player, plays on the right flank, and he'll be linking up with big Sandy Clark up front and John MacDonald. In the midfield, we've got number 10 there, McPherson, McCoist, Alistair McCoist wearing number 8, and Ian Redford in number 6. That's the midfield, and Jock Wallace, the manager, has really gone for an attacking formation there, playing 4-3-3 this afternoon. New Zealand will retain the 4-4-2 setup that they've been operating for the last couple of years. So the scene is set here now for an exciting afternoon of football. The weather is fine, and one just hopes that New Zealand can settle down quickly as Stevie Woodin gets the game underway. Dawson now for Glasgow Rangers, looking for Clark. Referee Bill Munro rules the throw-in to New Zealand, which will be taken by number 6, Keith Garland. On the line there, looking. Nice little touch there from Simonson into space, but that'll be tidied up easily there by McKinnon, the right fullback of Glasgow Rangers. Rangers pushing away very quickly, and McCloy hoisting the ball into the New Zealand half. Tussle there between MacDonald and Garland. The throw again will go New Zealand's way. Simonson can't keep the ball in play. MacDonald on the left-hand side, looking to find a gap, very close to the mark there by Harris and Garland. Oh, beautiful move inside by MacDonald, but Garland just caught the foot of the play, and that'll be the first free kick of the game to Glasgow Rangers. Dangerous situation here for New Zealand. The replay coming through, but Garland just catching the leg. Pearson with a kick driven in. Clark just misses to make contact. Van Hattem elects to punch. And finally, Simonson that gets it away. Now it's Harris. Screening the ball. Turns well there. Harris does very well to come out. Zealand still failing to clear. On ball there. They'll be taken easily by Van Hattem. Zealand there, just looking a little bit at tenterhooks, just failing to clear that ball after Harris has done a good job in the corner of the field. And Hatton got a slight breeze behind him in this first half. It's McKinnon that comes across very quickly from the right-hand side of the field. New Zealand today missing Duncan Cole's long throw. It's Garland that's come forward into Walker to get Garland away. Long cross for Garland, but that's cannon off Redford there, and that'll be a corner to New Zealand. Garland there just failing to get the cross in after a nice little ball from Walker. A familiar figure there. There's Grant Turner and Alan Both waiting for this corner. It can be taken by Steve Woodin. Nice little touch on the near post. All got away there by McPherson. Bit of space now for Buzzer Mackay. Good strong challenge there by Patterson, centre back for Glasgow Rangers, but it's Creswell now looking to come forward again. Long ball there from Herbert, but straight to the arms of Peter McCloy. Glasgow Rangers captain there, McClelland, looking for MacDonald. Challenge there on Harris. Harris recovers and gets the ball into touch. Mount Smart pitch looking an absolute picture here today. The ground staff have done a magnificent job on this surface. Now it's Redford. Good overlapping run here by McKinnon. Alan Both across quickly from the sweeping position. Alan Both captaining New Zealand this afternoon. Throw is going to be left for McPherson, the big, tall midfield player. Takes it into the box, into Cooper. Goal kick been given. Cooper just having a word there with the linesman, Ken Wallace, asking for the corner, but the corner will not be, and it will be a goal kick to New Zealand. Cooper just 3 weeks ago in the Scottish team played against England. Walker out jumped there by Patterson. There's McKinnon. Rangers fullback take the throw on the halfway line. It's Clark. It's passed ball very nicely inside. Nice Cooper. Ty gets the leg in though, clears. Grant Turner gets his first touch. There's been a misunderstanding there between Walker and Woodin. Nice little ball from Cooper, gets the return. Redford on a run, beautiful ball in there to Redford. Ooh, took it to the outside of his foot there. Tried to bend it round Van Hatton. But a very good run there. See Cooper here, McPherson making the run. Beautiful ball by Cooper. McPherson there with the outside of his foot, just tried to bend it round Van Hatton, but Van Hatton must take a bit of the credit there. Came off his line very quickly indeed and smothered the angle. But sign of danger there from David Cooper, the Rangers outside right. Nice Dawson. Woodin tracked back well, played the ball back to Garland. Garland there, a bit of a hopeful ball, looking for Mackay, but Mackay was never going to reach it. There's MacDonald with a lot of space down the left wing. Nice little ball in front. Oh, helped across the face of the goal by McCoist there. Whether McCoist was going for goal or not, only he will know. But I think he might have been looking for further support in the New Zealand penalty area. Just helped it across there. Well past the front of Van Hatten, but no Rangers forwards there coming in to take advantage of that. The header from McClelland. Walker there, got a good bounce there, challenged well. Mackay got Grant Turner inside him, elects to turn back. Drifts the ball though. Woodin had made a good run across, but McCoy took that one very safely indeed. Creswell in very quickly there on Cooper. Creswell's really going to have to mark this player very tightly this afternoon. Both into Grant Turner. Back to Herbert. Herbert there likes to play the ball back. The New Zealand crowd not happy about that little bit of negative play from the New Zealand centre-back. It's Dawson. MacDonald. Good challenging there from Harris. Garland turns well, finds Van Hatten. Just coming up to 10 minutes of play gone in this first half, and Earl, the attacks that have been there, certainly Glasgow Rangers looking a little bit more professional in their attacks, looking to threaten the New Zealand goal a little bit more than New Zealand have. That's right, John. The off-ball running of the Rangers forwards is causing a wee bit of problem in the New Zealand defence. They seem to be creating a wee bit of space there. They've had one or two chances already. Challenge as well, next out to Cooper. He's got good support again coming down this right-hand flank. Dawson there plays it in. Dawson just fails to get the cross in. Nice little ball there, played forward by Cooper. Once again, referee Bill Munro rules a goal kick for New Zealand. Again, it's McClelland into Cooper. Cooper finds the number 10 there, Redford. Big, tall, strong midfield player. Caught in trouble there, well robbed there by Alan Bolt. Chance here for New Zealand to break. Both attacks to space down the right-hand side. He's got Woodin coming in support. And some ball there by Herbert. But it was Colin Walker. Caught offside there. Walker just moved forward a little bit early. I think he was expecting both to play the ball in earlier rather than go back to Herbert and mistimed his run. And there we see the flag up straight away down at the other end of the field. Sandy Clark caught offside for Glasgow Rangers. That'll be a free kick for New Zealand. Herbert with the kick. Nice run forward, nice bit of space created by Colin Walker. As well, into Woodin. Woodin there tightly marked by McPherson. Plays the ball calmly off Patterson's legs there to get the throw in. Woodin already showing the intelligence. Very experienced international player now, Steve Woodin. Realised he couldn't get the cross in, so just played the ball off Patterson's legs for the throw in. Now he's got a chance to cross. Bends the ball in. Chance here for Harris if he can turn. But it was McClellan, the Rangers captain, in very, very quickly indeed. Little half chance there for Billy Harris. The experienced McClellan was in very, very quickly to stop any chance of a shot. Throwing now for New Zealand, Garland with the ball. Looking there for Grant Turner, helped on there by Herbert. Dropping just wide and safely of the Rangers goal. Long ball thrown in there. You'll see Grant Turner challenge there, a little bit of a push, came off the back, and Herbert, nice little overhead kick there. Almost caught McCloy by surprise, but it dropped safely wide. Nice ball there from Creswell into his club mate, Colin Walker. Left on again for Creswell. Fails to get the rebound, cleared off the ground there by Patterson. And Rangers break very quickly indeed. Redford there. Long ball out to MacDonald. Back into Redford, into Cooper. Cooper jinking his way in. Herbert there very quickly to the ball. Hammers the ball into touch. There's Redford, now it's Cooper. Nice little ball again from Cooper. Oh, and the chances here now. Ball is cleared off the line. That was goal bound. Strong shot there from McPherson. Herbert cleared off the line. Simonson just calming things down. Excellent run there by Woodin, but just cut out there by McClellan. End-to-end stuff here now, coming up to 15 minutes gone in the first half. Good passage of play there. There's McPherson, who drove that ball hard and low. But Ricky Herbert just got a leg to the ball. He was certainly heading towards the goal. There's Herbert. He saved New Zealand on that occasion. Had a marvellous break from New Zealand and great run by Woodin, but McClellan in the central defence for Rangers was just too good. Promising stuff here from both sides. On ball forward by McClellan, looking for Cooper. Garland gets the ball first. Cummings just lets it run into touch. Be a throw into New Zealand. Intelligent play there by Keith Garland. Herbert looking for Woodin, but hits the ball too long. Keeper again with a little back play kiss. This slide is going to have to be very tightly watched by the New Zealand back four today. He's shown one or two touches of brilliance. It's going to be very difficult to pick up Earl as well as Cooper. He seems to be drifting right across the face of the New Zealand defence. They never know where to find him.
He runs very well off the ball, John, and he is causing a few problems there for us. But by the same token, New Zealand have looked to get forward, and Colin Walker is showing well, and he's coming short to receive the ball. And I think if we keep playing them into his feet, we've got a chance to.
Yes, indeed. I think we both, that point should be well taken by the New Zealand side. Both Woodin and Walker operate better when balls are played into feet rather than balls that they've got a challenge for in the air, because I don't think, as we've seen in those first 15 minutes, they're going to get a lot of change out of Patterson and McClellan, two big, strong central defenders for Glasgow Rangers. McClellan, nice little ball out to Dawson. McClellan's continued his run forward now. He's playing the central striking position, but it's now Cooper again. Good by MacDonald. Back into Dawson, into Cooper. Cooper again, finds Dawson. Here, oh, and a wide open goal chance there. I think it was McCoy's who just failed to make contact after some marvellous work there by Cooper and Dawson. Dawson played the ball in, Cooper gave the return. Ball came right across the face of the goal. I think it was McCoist that had the goal at his mercy but failed to make contact. There he is, Alistair McCoist, number 8. For a second strong chance there for Glasgow Rangers has gone begging. And with 18 minutes gone, the score here at Mount Smart Stadium, Glasgow Rangers 0, New Zealand 0. But New Zealand just maybe a little bit fortunate on those 2 occasions to keep the score sheet clean. A New Zealand throw, hustle and bustle there, Grant Turner having its effect on the Rangers players. Nice little touch there from Simonson. Mackay with the throw. Now it's Woody. Get Mackay away, but sliding tackle there by Patterson. Woody with the throw. The long throw, but I think Wooding's throw there caught the New Zealand players by surprise. I don't think they realised he was able to throw that ball as far as he did. Colin Walker came short, but it beat Walker and dropped safely into the hands of Peter McCloy. It's MacDonald. Garland now breaking forward right through the centre field. Strong one here by Garland. Gets it to Walker. Walker now to Mackay. Got Simonson overlapping on the left. Crossing. Go back to Garland. Shooting chance here for Garland.
Keith Garland did well there, John. A great run from the back, and this is what New Zealand have got to look for.
To play gone. New Zealand 0, Glasgow Rangers 0. Donald again there, hustled by Grant Turner. Ball comes free to Creswell, into Woodin now. Oh, nice little touch there from Woodin. Got Walker free on the right. Chance here for Colin Walker. Looks to play it back across. Oh, he's chipped onto the crossbar. Looked as though Walker was looking to pull the ball back there. But delicate little chip onto the crossbar. And it's Glasgow Rangers' chance now to breathe a sigh of relief. Cleland. Dawson now in space. Oh, strong challenge there by Garland on Cooper. Free kick quickly taken there by Rangers. Redford unmarked. Once again, good challenging there by Walker. Into Mackay. Woodin again finds Walker in the box. Chance here for New Zealand, and oh, it's Grant Turner with just the goalkeeper to beat. Looked to pick his spot, but he picked it a yard wide of the far post. But certainly there, I think, the cleanest chance of the game, or quite equally as clean as McCoy's chance 5 minutes ago. There's Grant Turner with just the keeper to beat. Again, McCloy came off his line very quickly, but one feels that Grant Turner should have finished that one off. Well, certainly a more positive approach here by New Zealand than we've seen in recent games. End-to-end stuff here. The first 20 minutes of quite exciting to watch indeed. Now here's Walker again, hustling and bustling. Chance again for Grant Turner. Fails to get his shot hit cleanly, and the ball just trickles to McCloy. But the chances are coming thick and fast at both ends. That's Cooper. Into McPherson. Redford with the cross. Long ball out to Clark. Got MacDonald by the near post. Drives the ball across. That'll be a goal kick for New Zealand.
John Walker and Wooden for New Zealand are starting to combine, and they've created a couple of chances in the last 2 minutes for New Zealand, and this looks good. Colin Walker again coming short and shielding the ball well from the Rangers defenders and laying off for a midfield player from New Zealand.
Certainly coming off defenders very well indeed, isn't he, Colin Walker?
He is.
And Woodin's playing a lot tighter to Walker than we've seen the central attack of New Zealand in recent games. But what they're looking for now is just a little bit more support, I think, to carry on these attacks. They're developing their attacks about 40 yards out from goal. And they'll be looking for players like Grant Turner and Harris. Harris has done well defensively in the opening 20 minutes, but we haven't really seen a lot of Harris going forward. And the lad is well known for his support play, and I'm sure that Alan Jones and Kevin Fallon will be looking for that little bit more from Billy Harris there to get forward and support Walker and Woodin. McKinnon with the throw for Rangers. It's Clark. Clark there just challenged in the back there by Alan Bolt. A free kick. Rangers. I think they'll be looking to play this one short because just dinks it in. Little ball into the penalty area. Touched on there. Donald got the rebound, and it was McPherson that just couldn't get that shot directed on target. Didn't really strike the ball cleanly, and it just drifted wide. It was a nice little play in. Just a little bit of luck here with the rebound. There we did. Found McPherson, a lot of space, just failed to hit the ball cleanly, and the ball just past Manhattan. And a goal kick for New Zealand. Cooper there just failing to keep the ball in play. Creswell with the throw. Number 3 there, Kenny Creswell from New Zealand. Putting again, out jump there by McClellan.
New Zealand are not going to win many balls in the air against these two centre halves, John, so they must build it up along the ground, I think, and play it into Walker and Wooden's feet.
Oh, with the free kick. Finds Walker, nicely controlled by Walker. Throwing to New Zealand there, McClellan just touching it off, but Walker there having a marvellous debut for New Zealand, looking good movement across the front line, coming off his central defenders very quickly indeed to create space and controlling the ball very well when he receives. Woodin there, chips the ball across, put it out but only as far as Creswell. Now it's Woodin again, back to Creswell. The ball drifted in. He was looking for Grant Turner there. He made a second run behind Colin Walker, but McCloy again was very quickly off his line. Garland tidies up well to both. Back to Garland. looking quite composed and quite confident in the back today. There's Harris just ready to control. Just Billy Harris looks to be the only one at the moment, just failing to get into this game a little bit. It's a big day for this boy. Cooper again, all over the field. Nice little ball there. Very well challenged again there by Harris. This is the strength of his game in this first half. He's defended very, very well indeed. Harris again. Gill just playing it across the back into Mackay. Open a little bit of space. Walker taken very strongly there. Referee Bill Monroe just having a word. Pearson there, the big number 10. No, it's not, it's Patterson. Good central defender, came very deep there. Obviously, Walker is causing concern for central defenders to come out that deep. It's 70 metres from goal there was Patterson, which shows that he's got a lot of respect there for Colin Walker. Herbert gone forward to receive the throw, but poor throw there by Woodin. Quickly tidied up by the Rangers defence. It's McClellan now coming through. Redford was there in a lot of space. McClellan, who played that ball forward, has carried on the run. He loves to go forward as this big central defender. Strong challenge by Garland there, but he's got the decision again of referee Monroe. It'll be a goal kick for New Zealand.
Good defending from Keith Garland there, Johnny. He's very strong, hard to get past, and he tackles well.
Yes, Garland, very adaptable player. He played a sweeper in the games in Singapore for New Zealand. Had a couple of games at right full-back in the preliminary games here against Malaysia, but adapted very quickly again this afternoon to that right full-back position. Minutes of play gone now here, and it's still Glasgow Rangers 0, New Zealand 0, but that doesn't typify the play that we've seen. Both teams have certainly had excellent chances in front of goal. There's been a little bit of bad finishing and some very quick thinking by the goalkeepers that have resulted in that 0-0 scoreline. Morris again tidying up at the back. Chested well down there, but there's an error. Puts Woodin in space. Long ball across to Mackay. Mackay there just hustled and bustled by McKinnon. McKinnon again disagreeing with referee Monroe. Very strong player McKinnon. Loves to attack and go forward. With the free kick to Woodin. Woodin just failing to control that one. He's looking for a little touch there to Creswell. Like a planned move there by New Zealand, with Creswell moving very quickly in an overlapping position, but Woodin just failed to get the right touch. There's McKinnon now. So back to Patterson. Dawson. Looking for MacDonald. MacDonald just lets the ball drift into touch. McCoist to be a free kick to Rangers. Very quickly taken again, these Rangers free kicks. Here's Redford. Redford again fails to control that ball, but Rangers players are getting into space, just in and behind the New Zealand back four. But the control has just let them down on a few occasions. That's strange happening for Scottish players, usually very, very quick and very skillful in those sorts of areas. Today that's been the downfall in this first half. Woodin and McClellan, and again McClellan the win. Now it's Cooper. Lovely ball from Cooper, finds Clark. Looking for a penalty there. Herbert's foot seemed to be a little bit high. He's going to roll in here as he goes past. There's the second foot up there. Saw that second left foot come up by Herbert, which didn't please Clark at all. Clark thought he'd been fouled there, but Monroe says no. Harris now into both. Grant Turner, shooting chance here for Grant Turner. Oh, and yes, and he hit the ball well, and McCloy caught 4 yards off his line, just got his fingertips to that shot from Grant Turner. Always lethal and always aggressive from there, really let fly. Excellent save there by Peter McCloy.
Good move from Turner there, John. He's very dangerous when he cuts in from the wing and gets a shot onto his right foot there.
Corner to be taken by Steve Woodin. And looking for the near post. Goes to feet there. Peter Simonson with a half-hearted effort. Peter Simonson won't be happy with that. He's drifted about the midfield and played tidy football this first half. There's the touch by Wood, a little bit short, but a poor header there from Patterson. Simonson there just failing to get the ball on target. Grant Turner there, lovely aggressive play by him. As soon as he got forward, within shooting range, he let fly. It was a tremendous shot. Now it's Cooper, jinking his way. Looks for McKinnon, very quickly tidied up by Alan Both. Looking now for Woodin. Cooper again, at the Kai in very quickly. It'll be a throw-in to Glasgow Rangers. David Cooper there, applauding the decision by the New Zealand officials. She played in there, but the header misdirected there by McPherson. One ball into space, New Zealand just caught napping a little bit there. Little side footed goal, there it is. McPherson scores the first goal for Glasgow Rangers. There we see it now, as the ball hit forward by McClellan. New Zealand stood still. McPherson made the attack. Van Hattem just couldn't reach it on the edge of the penalty area. Calmly just slotted it past the outstretched legs there of Herbert. 35 minutes of play gone. Glasgow Rangers 1, New Zealand 0. Looked like they just lacked a little bit of concentration there, Earl. They just seemed to stand still. It didn't look a good ball from McClellan, but it finished up to be an excellent one.
No, it was a goal out of nothing, really, John. Centre-half played it forward, and it was a good run from the Scotch fella. But as you say, a wee bit of lack of concentration by the New Zealanders.
Now it's Cooper. Always looking to play little 1-2s, this player. Just plays it in and looks to get the return. Garland there showing a lot of patience. Cannoned off, Garland came through. Turner got a foot to the ball. Back now with Cooper. Great little run there by Dawson. Drives it across the face of the New Zealand goal. Only as far as Patterson. He's got it out wide again to McPherson. Got support, tight support coming from McKinnon. McCoist. New Zealand defending well at the moment, just holding Glasgow Rangers out. forced them in the end to make the error. Where Walker just can't find McClure, and Glasgow Rangers come back on attack. McKinnon, McClelland again, another long ball forward. Oh, lovely little dummy there from Clark, looking to get MacDonald away. Long ball out now to Cooper. Harris did well there. Billy Harris defended well, held up the play. Cooper again. Once again, Harris got a foot to the ball, defended again. Very well indeed in Harris.
Harris has done a good job on defence, John. It's not easy out there because the Rangers midfield players are making the runs from deep and they're very hard to stay with.
Walker now into Grant Turner. New Zealand looking to come back before half-time. Woodin. Woodin trying to get the left foot going there, taking one of the early shots, but just cannons there off McClelland, out for a corner kick. Haven't really seen Woodin just get that split-second shooting chance in this game so far, but when he does, he'll take advantage of that, I'm sure. Longer ball across the face, Patterson gets it away. Finally just tied it up, back to McCoy. McCoy straight out to McCoist. Just over 5 minutes of play left remaining in this first half. Glasgow Rangers leading New Zealand by 1-0. Good running there by McKinnon. Well challenged there by Woodin. Bolt's got a chance, got a lot of space in front of him as well. Got Walker moving to his left. A good overlapping run here from Harris. Harris well robbed there. He had a good run coming in at the back post if it had delivered across, but he looked to take Dawson on. Failed to win the challenge, and McCoist in midfield. There's a lazy ball right over the head of Redford and into touch for a throw-in to New Zealand. Cooper breaking quickly now for Glasgow Rangers. Clark ahead of him. Good strong challenge there by Garland. McClelland. Oh, and a good volley there, and a good save there by Van Hatton. Excellent volley there by MacDonald. And a ball from McClelland. There's the ball, driven across. MacDonald comes in, meets the ball very well indeed. Coming off the ground, a very difficult ball for goalkeepers to save, but Van Hatton did very well on that occasion. Short free kick, a corner kick into McClelland. Well done away by Garland. McKinnon now on the ball, the only player in the Glasgow Rangers half. One ball out to Dawson. Looking for Clark. Gets the touch, chance there, another fantastic save there by Van Hatton. It was Patterson that had come forward and driven that ball, but Van Hatton got down very quickly to his right and saved very well indeed. Rangers really threatening in this last 5 minutes, but Van Hatton there twice in 2 minutes has been more than their equal. Two tremendous saves there by Van Hatton, one to his left and one to his right. Pearson there turns it back to Redford. Now it's Cooper. Lovely ball again from Cooper out to Dawson. Driven across, Herbert gets it away. McClelland coming on, I think he'll shoot. Drives it in across the face of the goal. Chance here. There it is. MacDonald, the scorer for Glasgow Rangers. Cooper again. Just watch this ball from Cooper as he just slides it through. Slide rule pass into MacDonald. He parries it. Van Hattem gets his hands to the ball but can't make strong enough contact to get the ball over the bar. It hammers through his hands into the back of the net. There's 2 minutes of play left remaining now. Glasgow Rangers 2, New Zealand 0. Cooper on the ball again now for this free kick. Glasgow Rangers looks to bend the ball. Cannons off Ricky Herbert. A corner kick to the Rangers. Just 1 minute of play left remaining in the first half. Cooper with the corner kick for Glasgow Rangers. Go to the cross. Clark there just couldn't get a forceful header on it, and Van Hattem comes in very quickly, just clicks the ball out of the air. Simonson. Got Garland who overlapped there way on the right hand side, but a poor ball by Simonson. Garland crosses deep, looking for Grant Turner. Turner goes in, a good header from Turner. Just over the bar, but a beautiful time run and a good cross here from Garland. Hammers it across, beautifully timed run by Grant Turner, but just over the bar.
Good effort that from Turner, John. He got him there well and got up well. Just couldn't get it down well.
Phil Munro there ends his first half with Glasgow Rangers leading New Zealand by 2-0, and I'm sure that it'll be a disappointing half-time for Alan Jones, not because of the scoreline, but because for the first 30 minutes of this half they played very well indeed and threatened the Rangers goal, but then they just seemed to lose concentration there in the 35th minute. McPherson's goal and then the volley from MacDonald gave Van Hattem no chance at all. But I think if there's anything going wrong with the New Zealand side in this half, they've got to look to play to feet, particularly into Walker and Woodin. None of these players are going to challenge in the air against players like Patterson and McClellan. They've been beaten on every occasion. They haven't won a ball yet in the air, and I'm sure that's one of the messages you must go in, Earl, at half-time. They've got to get these balls into feet to these two front legs.
The two New Zealand front runners, Woodin and Walker, have looked good when the ball has been played into feet, and we have created 2 or 3 good chances. So despite being 2 goals down, I don't think New Zealand can feel too bad about that first half performance. They did get men forward. They are trying to attack. And as you said, a couple of lapses in concentration there have cost them 2 goals.
Yes, well, it's been a very good debut for Colin Walker in particular. I think Harris and Simonson. Billy Harris has defended very, very well for New Zealand in the first half. He's failed to make contact with the front players. And Peter Simonson has been tidy in midfield, but again, really creating nothing in a positive manner going forward. And I think we've just got to get off this defensive effect of these 2 players a little bit more in the first half, and then we can look forward to a very good second half here at Mount Smart. But we'll be back with you for that second half very shortly indeed, with at the moment Glasgow Rangers leading New Zealand by 2-0.
Glasgow Rangers at Mount Smart Stadium playing the New Zealand Presidents 11, and as we listen to some traditional Scottish music at Mount Smart, John, Ed said Alan Jones suggested earlier in the week that he wanted the New Zealand team to go out and enjoy themselves. Well, despite the fact that they're 2-0 down, do you think they're playing the kind of game that will allow them to enjoy themselves?
I think they've certainly tried today, Peter. I think for the first 30 minutes until the first goal was scored, and I'm sure that's how they felt, because they had chances good chances to score against the Rangers, but these didn't come off. But I think the last 15 minutes now, they've gone back into the shell a little bit, and there'll be a lot of hard talking down there because they don't want to let things fall away now. The problem's been, I think, that they've got an attacking system going, they've got good link-ups going between Walker and Woodin, but they've failed to get the right type of support coming through from Harris and Peter Simonson in particular, and I think that's where they've let themselves down a little bit. So they're not getting that support, but from up front, looking at the players like Woodin and Walker, we've seen a different class of player than we've seen for the last couple of years out there for New Zealand.
Earl Thomas, Grant Turner has had the two realistic goal-scoring opportunities for New Zealand. Were they perhaps just lapses in concentration on Turner's part that he couldn't put them in the back of the net? Because they certainly were there for the taking, weren't they?
I think Grant, on the first occasion when he had just McCloy to beat, I think he was a wee bit surprised to get the ball in that position. And on the second one, Peter, I think he made a good run to get in there for the header, and it's just a wee bit unfortunate that he just couldn't get it down on target. But no, they were two good efforts, really, but the first one should have definitely been put away, I feel.
And John, just before we go to another break to conclude the half-time, New Zealand 2-0 down, and those Glasgow Rangers supporters obviously happy with the situation. Do you think New Zealand's now got the character, this new look side has got the character to come back and at least finish on equal terms?
I think they have, Peter, if they get it right. I was talking to Jock Wallace just before the game, and he's come here to attack. And when you look at the movement of McClellan in particular, who's the captain and centre-back, I mean, it's McClellan that's really set up the first two goals along with Cooper. And McClellan's runs forwards, and McKinnon's as well, the right full-back. Dawson's been getting forward. They've come here to go forward and score goals. I'm sure that Wallace will be saying, right, we've got 2 goals on the board, let's get more players forward, and let's look to give this side a hammering. Now, if they do that, and we can get this sort of support going forward with players like Walker and Woodin, we can get goals on the board, and yes, I believe New Zealand can come back.
John Edshead, thank you very much for those comments at half-time, and we'll return to more live action from Mount Smart after this break.
The teams have just come onto the field of play for the second half at Mount Smart Stadium, and Glasgow Rangers have made 2 substitutions. Munro's off, and Munro and Ferguson are on the field of play, just trying to identify who they've replaced. Just looking across the New Zealand team, no obvious changes in the New Zealand lineup as Glasgow Rangers get the game underway. Munro has replaced Clark. Must remember that Rangers have played 4 games in the last 6 days in their trip to Australia prior to coming to New Zealand, and carry on now to America and Canada. So it's been a very busy programme for the Rangers players. There's not one change at half-time for New Zealand. Harris has been replaced by Paul Holford, the Napier City Rovers midfield player. Obviously, Wes Halford, number 12, on the field making his debut for the New Zealand 11. Holford there immediately in action. Kai there just bustled off the ball there by McKinnon. Quick free kick by New Zealand. Creswell failing to get the ball clear.
Rangers like to knock the ball in early, John, and this causes a bit of trouble when we have a breakdown up the field like that. One-touch football and they look dangerous.
Russell there by McClelland out to McKinnon. Good challenge there though by Mackay. Got support from Grant Turner. A little half chance there for Turner. He failed to take it. Rangers come away again. Quick breaks now, end to end. And Borkloss looking for Monroe there, one of the substitutes. Herbert now to Walker. Garland coming forward to take the throw-in. Holford there caught with really nowhere to go. Not a lot of movement up front by the New Zealand front line. Took a little bit of a knock there, did Holford. We'll look at the crowd there, and that's the English or Scottish segment. They seem pretty well mixed in, the crowd there. It's McKinnon into Russell. Another substitute that's just come on since half-time. It's Cooper. This is the man that's done most of the damage against New Zealand here this afternoon. That's Monroe. Finds Cooper. Garland keeping tight wraps on Cooper and winning the challenge. Out now to Walker. Good, strong drive there by Walker. Wins the throw for New Zealand. Very determined player, Colin Walker, looking to get involved in everything. Slack movement there now, gives a chance for New Zealand. It's Grant Turner, drives it across the face of the goal. And it's McClelland who calmly just knocks it out for a corner. The bad error there by Dawson, just hit the ball without really thinking, and it found Grant Turner on the far side of the field. Good ball here from Turner, drove it in. Mackay there just couldn't get forward quick enough to get the touch on the ball. McClelland, the Rangers captain, just tucked it away to ease the pressure. It'll be a corner now for New Zealand. Steve Woodin on the ball. He'll take the corner. Mackay now, chance to cross. Cross the ball to space, Herbert goes higher, just fails to make contact. And McCloy clutches the ball out of the air. Russell now into Ferguson. Real strong challenge. Russell comes to, gets the rebound, hits the crossbar. Mackay fails to clear. Herbert gets it away. Out to Woodin. Excitement galore there in the New Zealand penalty area. Long range shot there, tried by Patterson. There's a strong run here. On the underside, the crossbar came out. Mackay tried to clear the ball, but it's turned back in again there by MacDonald, and finally Herbert hammered it out to Steve Woodin, but Woodin couldn't get Walker away, and the Rangers came back. Now Woodin with a little bit of space to play in. Got Grant Turner in front of him, Creswell overlapping down the left. Good run from Creswell. Walker in the penalty area. Appeals for a penalty, but referee Bill Monroe has nothing to do with that. Ferguson now. Herbert gets it away, but only as far as Ferguson. Good challenge there. Turner there, penalised by referee Monroe. Quick again, free kick taken. That ball's already in touch. A goal kick now to New Zealand to relieve the pressure. Nice little 1-2, the ball just running away into the hands of Frank Van Hatten. New Zealand really has got to look to play a little bit more football from the background, keep the ball on the ground, because as soon as they're playing the long balls into the air, these are being won every time by the Rangers defence. And Rangers are picking up the pieces and now continually attacking the New Zealand goal. Donald drives that one across, but that's safely taken by Van Hatten. Quick ball out to Mackay and a chance for New Zealand to counter-attack. Grant Turner comes back, takes it off Mackay. There's Walker, caught offside. Once again now, the New Zealand midfield getting bogged down into an area, and the central strikers just being isolated a little bit too much up front. The difference is that there's so much space the Rangers players have because of the number of players they get forward. They can play balls into space. New Zealand are going to have to get balls into the feet of Colin Walker and Steve Woody. Mackay now coming forward. Miller drives that one in, looks to get the corner, but it just cannons off Patterson into the arms of McCoy. Creswell and Bold involving themselves in the attack now for New Zealand. There's Simonson. The ball in there to Walker, looking for support. Halford there, a little bit slower the support. Walker has seen well there, was looking to just play the ball back to give somebody a shooting chance, but when he turned there was nobody there.
This is what New Zealand have to do though, John. They've got to build it up a wee bit more slowly, I feel, because Rangers are breaking very quickly and it's playing at a hectic pace. If they can slow it down a wee bit, get support up for the two front runners, we've got a chance, and that's what they did there.
Big tackle there by Ferguson on Alan Both. Ball driven in there. It was Garland that just got the header away, and Both looked to play his way out of trouble here. Ferguson just caught the ankle. Seems to be moving quite freely though, Alan Both. Ball forward again. There it is again, as been all afternoon there. That time Monroe winning the header. Herbert there having to slide just to face clear that ball. That's Bolt on to Mackay. Good run forward by Simonson. McKinnon picked him up very quickly indeed. So there's the first positive run coming from Simonson from the midfield, and that's what New Zealand's got to do. They've got to get extra men forward in these attacks if they're going to threaten the Rangers' defence. They've got him very quickly there. Halford. Young player from Napier City Rovers. Got safely for McClure, for Mackay. A lovely little touch there from Wooding. Puts Mackay into a lot of space down the left. Brent Turner ahead of him. Mackay there failing to play the ball forward when it should have gone. Mackay's just getting caught with the habit now of running a little bit too much on the ball. Should be letting the ball do a bit of the work now, passing and getting it back. I think New Zealand could be learning the lessons of players like Cooper, Scottish international, who plays that sort of football so well. Lets the ball do all the work. Turner now in space. Fails to get it past McKinnon. Nice little chip from McKinnon. Well, wins the tussle there with Creswell. The ball just drifting across the face of the goal there. And we've got Creswell down. It's Alan Bolton, captain again, down. I think he took a knock a few minutes ago, and I think he's probably just got another one on the same spot. As Bolt climbs higher, just the way he fell here, fell very badly indeed. Couldn't get the arms down to break the fall. And I think that drop certainly jarred him quite a lot. He's looking quite stunned there. They're looking to be okay there. New Zealand physiotherapist just checking that everything's still moving. Strong character is Alan Bolt. He won't be put off by a knock like that. Game will restart now. Goal kick to New Zealand. Same time, I'd love to see Van Hatten and Earl now change this ploy of just hitting these long balls forward and looking probably to throw the ball a little bit more into the midfield and letting us build from there, because we're certainly getting nothing from the long one.
The only time we've looked dangerous, John, is when the ball has been played into feet, and as you say, we're not winning any of these in the air. We've got two front runners who are good at receiving the ball on the ground, and let's make use of them.
Cooper now for the Rangers. Pearson. Lovely ball out to Dawson. Looking for the 1-2. Garland gets it away only as far as McKinnon again. Chance here now. Number 3. Third goal there coming from the Ferguson. That's some good work here by Dawson, the fullback. Garland got it away only as far as McKinnon. The ball there cannoned off Herbert, and Ferguson just came inside and slotted the ball past Van Hatten. Put Rangers 3-0 in the lead. 15 minutes gone in the second half.
Took the goal well, John, but again, New Zealand were a wee bit unlucky that the first shot struck Ricky Herbert and bounced free to the Rangers player.
Well, suddenly the break's coming Rangers' way now as they're coming down in blue tide after tide into the New Zealand goal. But certainly there was a strong shot by McKinnon, but it hit Herbert and Cannon just the right way for Ferguson to take the advantage and slot the ball past Van Hatten. As Ferguson just come on at half-time, substitute for Clark. Further substitution now. Rangers, number 12. That's Eric Ferguson now coming on. So we've got both for Ferguson, both Ian and Eric, no relation, on the field of play. And it's number 17, David Cooper, the Scottish international, who's done a lot of damage against New Zealand this afternoon, has come off. Big task now ahead of New Zealand. There's a chance for Wooding's left foot, great shot from Wooding. A long way out, but he struck the ball really well indeed and had McCloy at full stretch. Probably the first chance that Wooding's had to really get that left foot going today. There we see it.
Superbly struck shot, John.
Full 30 yards. Had McCloy at full stretch. That'll be a corner now for New Zealand. Got away there by McClelland. Alford now. Looking for a shooting chance. That's just wide of the post. But good attitudes coming here from the New Zealand players. Trying to get some respectability back into this score.
It's pleasing to see that New Zealand, despite being 2 goals down at half-time and now going another goal down, are still trying to attack, John. They're pushing men forward and trying to get into these goal-scoring positions.
There's a bad mistake by McCloy. Walker out to Mackay. They've got players ahead of him now. Turner's made a good run. And yes, Mackay there with his head down. It's a brilliant run by Grant Turner. He could have played a little ball 10 yards ahead of him into the penalty area, which would have put Turner clear, but he elected to go for the shot. It was well wide. McDonald now for Rangers. Into McPherson. Dawson again looking for little 1-2s to go forward. These defenders from Rangers, every occasion they get the ball, they look to get forward. Munro. Dawson again, just looking for the balls forward, but well covered there by Creswell. New Zealand failing to clear this ball. A bad ball from Russell. And Wood in there, just held by Dawson. Free kick now to New Zealand. 20 minutes of play gone in the second half, with Rangers leading New Zealand 11 by 3 goals to 0. See Hagan warming down by the New Zealand bench now. Looks like he'll be coming on quickly. Halford in space, looking for Walker, but the ball played far too long. The New Zealand front line. New Zealand have really got to look to shorten the game up a little bit now. Try and put the pressure on by keeping the ball moving and just passing the ball into feet. There's some nice little moves played in the opening 30 minutes of play, but they failed to capitalise on those and failed to continue those sorts of moves going. Well cut up there by Alan Bolt. Good in there, finds Halford. Max Walker. Walker's forced to go forward. There was no support behind him. He just runs the ball into touch. There'll be a goal kick for Rangers. Just emphasising the lack of support there. Halford made a good run in front, but Walker couldn't find him. He didn't have the option to come back. Halford was forced to change his run back, and they're just not getting that all-round support. Here's Hagan going on to replace Leslie Mackay. Kevin Hagan from the Manurewa club. Strong midfield players, had an excellent start to the league season. And he could make a little bit of difference now for New Zealand in the midfield. Ferguson, quick ball there to Monroe. Well covered again. There by New Zealand captain Alan Both. Oh, New Zealand in all sorts of trouble there. Oh, and it's Russell. Good save there by Van Hattem there. New Zealand just seemed to get in all sorts of a mix-up there, bringing the ball out from the back. Left Russell well clear, but Van Hattem, once again, brilliant save there for New Zealand.
That was a great save, John. He actually thought the Rangers player was past him then, but he still recovered it.
A mistake there by Simonson, is set Rangers away again. Moving in, and Hatton forced the punch. Certainly being in the action, Manhattan, 3 goals down, but he's also played about 3 or 4 tremendous saves, 2 quite unbelievable saves in the first half in the space of a couple of minutes. Trying to get Grant Turner free, but just misdirected the pass. McDonald now coming forward again for Rangers. To Ferguson. Hagan's had instructions to play up front, and New Zealand are now playing Walker, Hagan and Woodin up front, so Alan Jones obviously still in a positive frame of mind, looking to get goals on the board for New Zealand. There's Hagan, there's team manager Alan Jones. Following that 3rd goal, stuck Hagan on, stuck him up front, and with Kevin Fallon. Good long-range shot there, and another tremendous save by Van Hattem. Dawson again coming forward, letting fly. The fullback there, left fullback, took the shot right-footed. Van Hattem flew like a bird. Hattem there has made some tremendous saves during this game. Down on the touchline, another substitute for Rangers warming up, Huey Burns. Both managers got together before the game and decided that as many substitutes this afternoon as either team wanted to play, obviously because of Rangers' very heavy schedule that we've had in Australia, playing 5 games in the last 6 or 7 days over there. Their players must be feeling a little bit tired. Patient build-up now by Rangers, just keeping the ball, frustrating the New Zealand team. Hagan just forcing the ball into touch. There's going to be a double substitution here now. Huey Burns going on. It looks like McPherson, the player that opened the goal scoring for Glasgow Rangers, has gone off. And Kerry Evans has come onto the field to replace Peter Simonson for the New Zealand 11. Strong run there by Halford, hustled off the ball by McClellan, and now Dawson again forward. It's McDonald trying just a left foot shot, didn't connect cleanly, rolled the ball wide of the New Zealand goal. McDonald, number 11 there, Glasgow Rangers. Turn there by Woodin in the end. To take a little piece of his shirt, just hold him back, he turned inside. Two players there very quickly indeed. Huey Burns there, making his first contribution to the game, which is a foul on Steve Woodin. Nice ball into Walker. Shooting chance there for Alan Bowe, but skies the ball well over the Rangers bar, causing Peter McCloy in goal. No problems at all. It's still good to see central defenders getting forward into shooting positions. Garland now to Halford. A better build up here, chance for Grant Turner. McCloy lost the ball, seemed to push, yes he did, there's a free kick there for New Zealand. McCloy came out of goal, Walker had fastened onto the ball very quickly. It's a good ball here played in from Halford, looking for Grant Turner. McCloy can't take the ball, Walker gets between the player and the ball, and McCloy was just forced to pass a good shooting position here now for the New Zealand 11. They usually have well-rehearsed free kicks, but this is the first one we've had this afternoon. Directly in front of goal. And Turner there just looking as if he took a little bit of a knock there in that challenge with McCloy. Well, he's just feigning now, he's asking for the ball to be passed to him. Not a bad idea, Grant. He's in a lot of space on that right-hand side. Walker looks to bend the ball, but just doesn't get the right sort of bend on the ball, and it just fades going past the post, and McCloy just lets the ball drift away. So good chance there lost for New Zealand. Looking always to get the balls on target from that sort of distance, in that sort of area from a free kick. Hagan now playing up front, better chances though for them to deliver the ball in the air, because he's very strong in the air, is Hagan. The ball going in, challenge Hagan, got a lovely touch there. There was Kerry Evans on the back post, might have showed a little bit more composure there and held the ball and played it back into the middle. There's the ball being played in from Halford. Nice little touch there from Hagan. With a wasted little chip from Kerry Evans.
New Zealand is still creating half chances, John, and by pushing Hagan up there, it's causing the Rangers a wee bit more pressure at the back.
Pretty nice little touch. Good strong one now from both. And a good challenge by Garland. Garland's free, got two players in the middle. And it was very well challenged for by McKinnon.
Good run from Keith Garland there, John. He was very determined and got to the ball well.
Excellent run there by Garland. Good challenge, followed the ball in, drove the ball across, and it was forced. There's the challenge. Driven it well in there, but good defending again by McKinnon. Just got in goal side. And the corner, from the corner, was headed over, and they start the game again with a goal kick for Glasgow Rangers. Certainly New Zealand coming into the game a little bit more over this last 10 minutes or so of play. Wild challenge there on Halford, but he kept his feet. Went round Dawson beautifully, looking for the far post cross, but he just can't get it in. And there was a good run there from Colin Walker, who was standing free on the far post. So Halford did all the right things, got in well, drifted past Dawson here. You see a beautiful little run here. He had Walker on the back post, waiting for the cross. The cross failed to come. There's the corner kick. McCloy grabs it at the second attempt.
Halford's looked good since he came on. I think Johnny's done a lot of good work going forward and created a couple of chances.
It's been good to see with Halford. He's not been afraid to run at players and take players on. I think New Zealand's missed this in the midfield of late, and although he's only come on in the second half, he has caused quite a few problems. Another good run now. Alan Bow, nice little ball in for Hagan. Hagan forces McClellan to play it into touch. A little bit more aggression now coming in New Zealand's play, and it's players like Hagan that will do this for them. Very strong player, and he's technically very sound as well, so if he gets the chances either in the air or on the ground, he's very capable of putting this ball in the back of the net. Nice bit of composure there by Rangers. Ronald, no space on the left. Support coming in very quickly. To go wide, and it's Russell now. Drives the ball across the goal. And Cherry gets a touch, and that'll be a corner kick to Rangers. 10 minutes of play remaining now here at Mount Smart, with Rangers leading New Zealand 11 by 3 goals to 0. New Zealand pegged in their own half, all the players in the New Zealand half of the field at the moment. Good challenge by Turner. Hagan out to Garland and Halford. He cuts inside neatly there past Burns. Shooting chance for Halford onto his left foot. Another chance there for Alan Bowles, but it's still danger. Walker now free, chips it across. Good ball at the far post. Hagan's challenge into the back of McKinnon. That'll be a free kick where Hagan gives him a friendly tap on the back of the head, just to say sorry about that, old son.
Another good run there from Halford. John, I think he may have taken it a yard too far.
Break there by Monroe, but Garland is in again very quickly. That's the ball they haven't got to play, the long ball forward. They haven't won anything at all in the air all day. strange to see the perseverance from players. They probably should know a little bit better now. They've got to keep this ball down, get the ball into feed, as we said many times this afternoon. That's where it'll pay dividends for New Zealand. Creswell going past. They're very nice, looking for a little 1-2 here. Wooding finds Grant Turner on the left. Nice little ball in from Grant Turner. Once again, McClellan doesn't mess about in those situations. Very experienced defender. Just pops the ball into touch for a corner kick for the New Zealand team. It'll be taken by Steve Wooding. Corners are very well rehearsed usually by New Zealand, and they haven't really paid dividends today. See what they can do off this one. Wooding with it. Who just punched into space. There's a Rangers defender there. It was in the row that got there first, and now it's Russell. Out to MacDonald. Already got 5 players in front of him. Burns. Rocket shot from Burns from 30 yards, just over the top, with Van Hattem covering the shot all the way. There's MacDonald just floating it inside to Burns, looks up, takes one stride, and lets it fly. Russell out to Dawson. Halford there, a little bit unlucky. Got a good challenge in there, but didn't get the rebound. Roll, Dawson. Good sliding challenge there by Grant Turner, preventing the shot. 5 minutes of play remaining here at Mount Smart, with Rangers leading the New Zealand 11 by 3-0 in this Rothmans Challenge match. Nice little touchdown there for Ferguson. Riley McGay made the challenge. Ferguson had the shot. Van Hattem saved, and Munro is going to give him a free kick.
I wonder what he would have done if it had been a goal, John.
Well, I think he wouldn't be very popular with the Rangers team. But a similar situation now that Colin Walker had for New Zealand 10 minutes ago. A free kick directly in front of goal. Hammers the ball, Russell into the wall, back off, but New Zealand come out quickly, and the 2 or 3 Rangers player there caught offside. There's a lot of players free in the midfield that Van Hattem could be throwing the ball into now, but they elect to kick this long ball. There it is, won again by McClellan, and the second phase play picked up again by number 14 there, Munro, and Rangers are back in possession of the ball, and this is where New Zealand have failed a little bit this afternoon. Burns out to Dawson. Another shooting chance for Burns. Well headed away out by Creswell, and as far as Burns again. Nice with McKinnon. The floater into Munro. Wins the ball over goal, but can't get the power to cause Van Hattem any problems with that going. Turner now breaking for New Zealand. Kerry Evans. Long ball forward, but these balls no good at all for the New Zealand style of play. They just really haven't been able to keep possession long enough to gain the confidence to take this Rangers side on this afternoon. Hugh Burns now, a lot of space in the centre of the midfield. Rangers team moving particularly well now, always got 3 players to play the ball into. Every player that receives the ball seems to have 1 or 2 options of who to pass to, and that's been the difference. Dawson again, the fullback, moving forward. Dawson.
I think, John, that although New Zealand are 3 goals down, I think they can be quite well pleased with the performance this afternoon. They said at the start of the game they were going to try to attack. They have tried to attack. They pushed forward all the time. And the scoreline could be something like 6-3 at the moment. But all in all, I think it's a fairly sound performance from New Zealand, and Rangers have played extremely well.
Yes, well, I think Rangers have come here with the added advantage of just having 5 games following on from their league season. They played 5 games in Australia against both Australia A team and Australia B. They had 2 wins, 2 losses, both against they lost against the Australian B team and the Australian A side, but drew with Australia A 2 goals each. And in the final game, when they won against Australia B 4-2, as Jock Wallace was saying to me before the game, that they turned in some marvellous football in that game, and they were hoping just to continue that style of play here today. And I'm sure that Jock Wallace will be very pleased getting off to America for their next game, that the lads are putting it together very, very well indeed. There's been some great football from Rangers this afternoon, but there's certainly been lessons to be learnt off them by the New Zealand team, and one just hopes that we can watch these sides perform and learn those lessons. Monroe now starting the game. Time's up on the clock, and we're into injury time now as Manhattan takes that ball very well indeed under pressure there from Ferguson. And probably one last chance now for New Zealand to break and get a goal on the board. Woody just holding things up, back to Creswell. Creswell caught in possession there. Another early ball. Holford now. He's got Garland ahead of him. And Hagan, nice ball into Hagan. It's a better ball into feet. Both forceful, keeping possession. Got Turner outside him. Into Walker. Lovely little touch by Walker, but Holford just didn't see it quick enough. Delicate little pass there by Walker. It's Troy there, has been just holding his wrist for the last few minutes, and it's going to be a substitution, which is rare towards the end of the game, with McCloy coming off and Nicky Walker there going in goal as substitute. Ferguson there, but once again Garland comes back, puts the challenge in. Garland's had an excellent day for this New Zealand team at right fullback today. Probably been the pick of the New Zealand defenders. I think probably Walker up front. We haven't seen a lot of Woodin. Woodin just hasn't been in the game as much as he'd like to. We certainly haven't seen the left foot hammering goals as much as we like, but he's been out of international football now for something like 2 years. His movement's been good. There it is, Bill Monroe ends this game with Glasgow Rangers beating the New Zealand 11 in this Rottnest Challenge by 3 goals to 0. And I'm sure they have disappointed Alan Jones, because certainly the players have gone out to try to perform the type of game that he looked for today. They've looked to go forward, they've looked to produce goals, they've hit the crossbar, they've missed chances, they've been far more positive than we've seen them in recent games. But in the end, it was the Glasgow Rangers side that showed them what one-touch football is really all about, by just keeping the ball moving, keeping the support all round the ball, giving the players plenty of passing opportunities, and they side the way through the New Zealand defence time and time again. It was 3 goals, Van Hattem let 3 in, but he had a marvellous performance in the New Zealand goal. So there it is, disappointing scoreline, but certainly not a very bad performance by this New Zealand side. 3-0, the Glasgow Rangers here at Mount Smart. We wish you all a very good afternoon.
And our commentator